Hello and welcome into See You Next Tuesday. I've got a gal pal, and it's amazing because it's an internet friend, and I love an internet friend. Please welcome Miss EmilyAGogo. May I say, the most glam Zoom guest I have had. The face, the background, the moment, I don't know what you call this. How did we even become friends?
I've been trying to remember that, and I don't remember. I think I must have listened to an episode of your podcast.
Okay.
Because I was really late coming into Vanderpump, so I just got into it a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with podcasts, so I'm sure I was like typing in anything and everything.
Yeah.
So like anybody who would talk about it with me, because I was late to it, and I hate being the person who's late to a phenomenon and then I want to talk about it. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. I listened to it, and then I followed you, and then I was just obsessed with you.
Oh my god, I love this. And then because I always, like, when people follow me, I always like go and like look at their profiles, and I went to your profile and I was like, oh my god, she's so precious. Follow back. She seems like somebody that could be my friend. And I was hoping that you lived here, and you don't. You live where do you live?
I live in Atlanta.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fun? Do you like it? Are you born and raised there?
I love Atlanta. I really love this city. I was born in Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
And but I wasn't raised there. I was raised in a city just south of here, Ellenwood, Georgia.
Okay.
And now I live literally in the city, like not in a not metro.
Yeah. Do you ever do the AfterBuzz?
Yes. Okay.
That's how, because I'm on that panel. Figured it out.
That's what I thought too. I was like, well, damn, I might just be obsessed with literally everything she does. Who knows? Because I definitely see you on AfterBuzz, and I'm like, first of all, that looks so fun.
It is a blast.
Yeah.
Because I started AfterBuzz wanting to do the Vanderpump panel, and I was like, that probably won't happen. And within 2 months of me being there, they were like, there's an opening on the Vanderpump panel. And I was like, so I jumped at the opportunity, and it's so much fun to just like watch a show that I have been obsessed with for my entire life and get to dissect it. Like, I had Peter on my show last week.
I didn't see last week's because I didn't even watch last week's VPR until Friday, I think. So I didn't.
No, I mean on my podcast. I had Peter
on this podcast. Okay.
Yeah, because we had him on AfterBuzz, and then I just kept his phone number. Like, we text. Like, I'm like, okay.
Oh my god.
I know.
Literally 2 steps away from Lisa Vanderpump, and you are.
Yeah. And then I commented on Stassi's sister's Instagram post today, and she liked it. I'm basically a member of the cast.
Oh my god.
You know? Stassi's sister is so cute. She's got red hair just like me, and she's obsessed with Disney just like me, and she's adorable, and you should follow her if you don't.
No, I do.
Oh my god, I love it!
I didn't know. I'm obsessed with her. She's so pretty. Yes. And I'm just like, sometimes I'm just like scrolling and I just get lost. I'm like, I was texting one of my best friends the first time I found her page, and I was just like, can you believe, have you seen her sister? Yeah. What the fuck? How is this girl so beautiful? Like, does it run, like, how does everyone so cute in her family? It's ridiculous, actually.
Truly. And her page is just so cute in the way that she edits everything. Like, it's such a vibe, and I'm here for it.
She's a major influencer. I am so bad at Instagram.
Me too.
So whenever I see people who are, I think you have a great Instagram. See, that's the thing. I'm like,
oh my god, thank you.
Like cute content. I just like post whatever.
But see, I like your Instagram stories. I need my stories to be more interactive like yours, because you do polls and you do like she's now watching let me make a sentence. Real Housewives of New York for the first time, and like you're talking all about it on your stories, and it's amazing, and I'm here for it. So I need to be more like you on the stories.
Well, it's like, the thing is, I'm an only child. I was the only kid in the house. My sister was older. And so when I'm doing stories, it's basically shit that I would normally say like out loud to the cat. And then sometimes, and the poll thing started because I was like, had the munchies and I was like starving for pizza.
Yeah.
And just got really zoned in on like which pizza. And then I thought it'd be fun if I was using local restaurants, because that would mean that like people that I don't know that were around would be interested. And so
Yeah.
I love the polls. Thank
Yeah,
you.
the polls are great. Yeah, no, I really like your whole vibe and everything. It's great. And then you recently, or I don't actually know if it was recently, but you started doing burlesque, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have always wanted to do that, and that just sounds like so much fun. How did you get into it?
So I got into it in 2015. I was going through a breakup and I was feeling like really, really negative about myself. And I kind of just felt like I didn't have any creative outlets, da, 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 da. And I was like, I want to get in the theater, but the theater community here in Atlanta is kind of exclusive. And I didn't feel like I was like ready for that.
Got
So
it.
I went to a burlesque show that my friend invited me to, and my friend was in it. She was a stage kitten, and she was about to move, and she said, well, you know, if when I move, if you want to take my spot, you can.
What's a stage kitten?
The stage kitten, that's what I do.
It sounds fun.
It is so fun. It is the person who, so burlesque is basically stripping. That's what it is. Except you have to wear pasties and cover your area, you know what I'm saying? And the reason that you do that is because when burlesque started, there were all these laws that prevented you from being fully naked, more than there are now, which some states still have.
Got it.
And so it's like, but it's also storytelling and, you know, fun and nerdlesque and all that. So anyway, what I do after a girl strips, I come on and I have like a little sticky thing that I do to clear the stage of the
That's so fun
lingerie.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that, and then I started then it just kind of progressed from there, and now I'm like the social media manager for the troupe, and it's me and two other girls, and we put on shows, and yeah, that's basically it. That's
so much fun.
It's really fun.
Have you moved on from being stage kitten, or you're still kittening the stage?
So I still kitten. That's my primary job, but I did do my first peel. That's what you call it when you.
Oh, that's so fun, like peeling off your clothes. I love all these terms.
You're like an expert. Yeah, so I did my first peel. When was that? That was in October, I think.
Okay.
Because can I say the name of my troupe or no?
Yeah, you can, anything you want to plug, fucking plug away.
Yeah. So the name of my troupe, or our troupe, is Roxy Roz.
And
I really don't know the origin of where Roxy Roz came from. I'll have to ask Shelly. She's the founder. And so I did my first peel to Roxy Hart's song from Chicago.
Okay.
And I've always loved that musical. So yeah, it was probably, I've never been so, I have really bad stage fright anyway, but I've never been so nervous, and then so like, it's really powerful. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I just let my titties fly, and I was just like, this is what's up. But I probably won't do it again for another 2 years because it made me so nervous.
I would absolutely love to do that. That would be so much fun. Like, just the thought of like, just like how freeing it would be. And it just sounds like such an incredible experience.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I can send you, you know, anything that's going on in LA. Like, I'm in a producers group, and I can like figure out, they're always traveling and stuff like that. And so
I would love to be involved. That's so much fun.
Community if you want to. I
love
it.
I'm available. I'm available. You said something about a breakup, so let's go into like relationships, boys, and all that bullshit. Have you been in a lot of serious relationships? Do you date a lot? Like, what's your vibe?
I've been in a few serious relationships. My most recent one, we broke up in 2016. We were kind of still seeing each other a little bit after that. But that's probably my most serious relationship. We were together for 3 years, and he was the front man of a band, and they were touring, and they went on Warped Tour. And even though I was way too old for that, I just thought that was so cool. And just like, you know, it's just, I have a thing for comics, and I have a thing for musicians. And
got it.
My ex was kind of he's not a comic, but he was funny and he was a musician.
Yeah.
So, but in that time we broke up a lot. We were on and off the whole time. And so I used to go on hella Tinder dates when we would be off trying to like fill the void, but I always got roped back in.
Right. It happens to the best of us. What has been your worst Tinder date, would you say?
Oh my God. I love this question because I know the exact answer.
Your eyes rolled into the back of your head, and I need the tea. It's piping hot, and I want to sip it.
I should say that this guy now is married to this like gorgeous belly dancer woman. She is like, okay. And he really stepped his game up, and it's all good.
Okay.
A few years ago, okay, went on this date with this guy, and it was just like, I don't know. I forgot. The first thing he did was like show up in a t-shirt of like, I put a lot of time and effort into like what I look like. And it's not about like how you physically look, but it didn't look like he really put a lot into appearances.
Got it.
He made a lot of comments throughout the night about how, basically implying that I seemed vain, which I don't give a fuck about that. That's just like who I am. Like, I like to look good. Like, fuck you. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, also I was modeling at the time. So like, you knew that shit from Tinder anyway.
Yeah.
So the first thing he did that I thought was really weird, he did this thing, and I still hate this shit to this day. Do I have a pillow over here? I'll just use this balloon. He was on my couch, and we were on the opposite ends of the couch. Okay. And he had his arm, very close, like, to me. Mm-hmm. But then he did this really weird thing where he was, I guess, trying to be flirty, and I was not into it, and he was trying to be cutesy. And then he said something that I guess he thought was embarrassing, but you know how people say shit and they're like, I'm so embarrassed, but it wasn't.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. He did that, and then he took my pillow on my couch and buried his face in it like that, like, and I was like, ugh. And so that like kind of set the tone for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Really weird. We went to this sushi restaurant. He was rude to the host. He was rude to the waitress.
Wait, in what way? Like, what did he say?
I really, this was a few years ago. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was just a thing like, she had brought, before she came to greet us, like the server came to greet us, and he was like, are we going to get water? Type thing. Like,
Jesus.
And at the time I was a server, so I was like, we're going to get water. Like,
and you can always tell like a lot about a person by the way that they treat like servers, like valet, like that entire thing. Like you can tell a lot about a person. And
that was like, and this was my second red flag.
Yeah.
The third was that while we were there, when we got to the restaurant, or actually while we were walking in, I realized I forgot my phone. Uh-huh. Now here's the thing that you need to know about me. I have an escape plan for every date that I go on. I like, not even like out of danger, but just like if it's just not going well, I'm out of here. So I always text my friends. I'm like, hi, if I call you and say this, like I gotta go. So I left my phone at the house when we were walking in, and we were only 5 minutes away. And he was like, what? You can't go one night without your phone? And I was like, oh my God.
And like, he doesn't realize like, he could just like put you in a trunk and take you. Like, of course we want our phones as a woman. Like you don't know, like we're terrified just to be a woman because we have a vagina.
Yeah. Hello. And you're already giving me psycho vibes. You're rubbing your fucking head into the goddamn pillow. And I'm just like, this is awful. So we get there, we do the restaurant thing. Then I like order a drink, and this is like, it says something about me. He was like, yeah, I don't really drink, but if you want to smoke when we get to the house. And I was like, okay. So I order a drink. Now I'm feeling awkward because he doesn't drink. He already was kind of judgy. We get back to my house, and I'm not, for my own sake, I'm not going to say exactly in the exact words, but he had suggested we do that thing, but wanted to use my products. Let's just say that.
Sir, can you please smoke me out?
It's the least.
I saw a tweet that said, I'm going to a guy's house and he asked me to bring my own drugs. Am I ugly?
I was like, excuse the fuck out of me. Excuse the fuck out of me.
Oh my God.
Oh, and there was one more thing. Sorry. Is It a Crime by Sade came on, and that was my ex-boyfriend and I's like song.
Yeah.
So that comes on, and I was distracted when we were walking out of the restaurant. Someone was driving by, and I go, oh, and the guy was like, what? And I was like, sorry, I love that song. And he goes, who is that? And then I was like, Sade. And he was like, who is that? And I was like, well, it's a rap. It's a rap.
This is it. Over. We're done.
And he knew too, like he knew when he dropped me off at my house, he was like, huh. He said, I guess we're not doing this again. And I said, no.
No, we're not. Bye-bye. Thank you for nothing.
Yeah.
There was one time, I was actually a guy from AfterBuzz. He asked me out, and we were at AfterBuzz, and I was like, sure. Once I wrap up, like, let's go grab a drink and like play some pool. And he was like, okay, great. So we get there, and I like order a drink, and he was like, oh, I don't drink. I invited you to get drinks. Maybe tell me you don't drink and we'll go on a fucking coffee date tomorrow. Because then he proceeded to just watch me drink the entire time. Because, like, I had, like, 2 or 3 beers. Because like, if I'm going to drink, I'm going to drink. And we were, like, playing pool and stuff. And he like, bent over and his butt crack showed. And it was really, 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 really hairy.
Oh, bless you. What did you do?
I can't handle it, like a hairy butt crack. And like, I understand that like guys have hair in their assholes. Like I do too. Like I get it waxed. I understand. But like, then don't let your pants show me how hairy your asshole is on the first date. So I pretty much just like knew this was awful and whatever. So he drove me home and I was like, all right, well, thanks. And then like I went to open the door and then like he grabbed me and like kissed me and like his tongue was just like it was like the hard tongue that like pokes the inside of your mouth. And I was like, what's happening? It's my mouth is being like a sprinklered. And I was just like, okay, bye. I got out. I never talked to him again. And I would keep seeing him at AfterBuzz. And we would just like not talk to each other and like move past each other, and it was really awkward, and I haven't seen him in a while, so at least that hasn't happened, but it was truly a vibe.
Oh my god. Wait, is he a host on one of the shows?
I'm not even sure that he's still there, because this was like when I had first started there, so I'll send you his profile later so you can see who it is.
Great, please do,
yeah, well.
His name is my whole vibe.
Mm-hmm, yeah, you got it. I'll show you that sprinkler tongue. What have your relationships been like? Have you been in love? Have you been cheated on?
Both. I've definitely been in love. Mm-hmm. My most recent ex, I definitely could say for sure that I was in love with him. Mm-hmm. He did cheat on me. I'm trying to remember the circumstance. There's a few different things that were really weird going on there. Like there were some times when we were technically off, but we were still, like hooking up. Mm-hmm. And so I considered us like
together.
Like
right.
Girls do this bullshit where it's like, oh no, technically we're single, so they can do whatever they want, but that's not what I really felt. Like I fucking thought that we were meant to be.
We imagine that like if you're inside of us, like you're like into us, but like I actually have to remind myself that like with guys there is truly a difference of like having sex with a girl and having any interest in her at all. Like guys can actually have sex with us and not ever want to talk to us again. And like I get that. I've done that with guys, but it's just like it's so different for girls.
It is. And I don't know how to explain it really. I definitely I view sex kind of different, like I guess than most people my age, because I don't really do the casual sex thing, because I think it's just too much. Maybe I'm fucked up from my ex. I don't know, but it's just like it's just too much. Like I just can't handle the like emotional the stuff that goes along with it. It's a lot.
Well, because you wonder, like, if it's going to turn into anything.
Right.
When it's casual. I mean, I did it. I mean, it's dating, really, like, the whole casual sex thing. Like, you kind of start to have sex in the beginning, and, like, you see what it is, but then I just kept getting, like, fucked and dumped. You know, like, pumped and dumped. Like, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I changed the way, like, I dated and stopped, like, giving them sex immediately. And it's changed it a little bit. And it's just also, like, realizing that, like, sex, for me, it was realizing that, like, it's somewhat special. And, like, yeah, I'm all about, like, because, I mean, my fucking sign off is suck as much dick as you can. Like, I'm all about a slut moment. Like, get yours. Yeah. But after a while, it just made me feel, like, not good about myself when, like, I'm just, like, doing it all the time. So that's, like, my experience with it. So
well, I love that you say that, though, because that, to me, like, kind of, sometimes I feel like I'm a prude, or, like, I don't want to think that about me, because it's not that I'm like, I'm never gonna have a one night stand, or I'm never gonna, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Like, I know that that's, like what you said, that's me. Like, I know that I'm going to get, like, feeling a certain type of way after a while about it, even if it's guys that I'm not necessarily trying to date, you know what I'm saying, but it's just going to get to me. And I don't want to put myself in that position. I also don't want to deprive myself, but let me tell you, a vibrator, it'll do wonders for you. I can't believe there's people that I know that didn't have a vibrator until the quarantine. Like, grown people. And I'm like, you are welcome to, like, the glory.
Yes.
You know.
It's going to turn into Samantha from Sex and the City, or no, it wasn't Samantha. It was Charlotte and Never Leave the House.
Right.
They had to go take the rabbit from her.
Oh my God. I just watched that episode the other day too.
Oh my gosh, I was scared that when I said it, I was like, oh my God, what if she hasn't watched Sex and the City? But I think we have similar views on stuff that we watch.
I'm a TV, you know how some people are like, I don't really watch TV. Maybe you probably get a lot of that in LA. That seems like an LA thing to say. I don't know. But
everyone here, like, watches movies. They love movies, and they just love movies. And I'm like, I just want to watch TV.
I just fucking love television. Okay, I watch all the shows. Some people text me and ask me if I watch a show. I'm just like, sometimes I just get annoyed. Like, of course I fucking. What do you think I'm doing? Who do you think I am? Of course I watch it.
Do you, like, even do, like, the Below Deck?
So I do. I watched the first 3 seasons of the original Below Deck. Then, this was, you know, before the hard times, but it's like, I did that, and I think I just got maybe disinterested. I'm trying to think.
Well, did you watch it with Kate?
Yeah, Kate was in it. Yeah.
Okay, so then there's also Below Deck Mediterranean.
Yeah.
And that's got a whole different cast and a whole different captain. And it's Captain Sandy. And it's great. And then you also get, and I can't remember, her name is Hannah. And she is a hot mess. And she's the chief stew. So she's great. And then Below Deck Sailing is maybe better than the originals. If I say so myself. It is really good. Right? They took a chef that was on Below Deck who's an asshole.
Which chef?
Adam. Let me pull a picture of him up.
Yeah,
because you'll know him once you see him. Adam Below Deck. He's hot.
Hell yeah. I fucking love a hot chef.
This one?
Oh yeah, I don't know episodes with him, but I've definitely seen him all over the previews.
He's probably on Med. That's probably why you haven't seen him. And then also Southern Charm.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Southern Charm? Is that what you're asking me?
Huh?
The best show on television. Dude.
And I said this earlier because I was on my friend Zach's podcast this morning. If you love reality television, do yourself a favor and watch Southern Charm. It is some of the best, worst reality TV the Catherine and Thomas Ravenel shit is the most insane. He is so insane, like gaslighting the fuck out of her, making her seem insane, impregnating her by the second. Like, it's so good. Do yourself a favor and go watch it. And it's continuously good the entire, and Whitney, like, he's weird.
Whitney stresses me the fuck out, but you know what? That's what television is all about. That's what makes a good reality show. High anxiety.
Yes.
Because that man, like, if I knew him in real life, and I'm in Atlanta, and they also had, I don't know if you know this, they had a Southern Charm Savannah, and
they did? They did!
I fucking loved Savannah, and I think they only did one season of it, but I was obsessed with it.
That was when the girl, she was the one who, like, did the golfing in the thing, and it was a whole, yes. Yep.
So,
God, so good.
That one was good. I've heard that New Orleans is really good, but I haven't watched it yet.
It's great, and I also did the AfterBuzz panel for it, and we had some of them on, and they were really, really nice, like, human beings, and it was just really cool to, like, literally talk to all of the cast that I have watched. Definitely, after you finish New York, because it'll take you, a week to finish all of it, because you can't stop. Do you watch other Real Housewives?
So, yes, I'm a big Beverly Hills fan, and the reason I started New York was because I'm just really over Beverly Hills right now.
Got it.
Can I name another podcast? I'm not plugging them. It's just
no, you can name it. We just can't say, like, people's names that, like dicks I've sucked. I just don't say their names.
Okay, so I listen to Watch What Crappens.
Okay.
And the podcast, and they keep talking about how much better a show New York is than Beverly Hills. Mm-hmm. So that's what got me into that. I, of course, watch Atlanta. It's just crazy. It's really like it's just part of the Atlanta experience.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever run into any of the Atlanta cast?
No, but the woman who, this is a fun little, 7 Steps From or whatever.
Love it.
Whatever. The lady who does, so Portia Williams is on The Dish.
Yes.
Okay, so you're familiar because they do it in, I think, here, LA and Chicago.
Somewhere else. Yeah, Chicago.
And so the lady who does her makeup for the show did my makeup for a photo shoot a few years ago, and then did my makeup again because I filmed for this show that Bravo has called Blind Date.
Oh my God, you did?
Yes, girl.
That's amazing. Did you get on the show?
I mean, this is the thing. So this is what they told me, that they had 2 filming blocks a day, Monday through Friday. One was from like 7 a.m. to 1, and the other one was from like 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. Mm-hmm. Every day, Monday through Friday, they had two filming blocks and then 2 different crews. So essentially 4 episodes a day. And they filmed from the top of May last year to the bottom of August last year. Mm-hmm. So they have a shit ton of episodes.
Got it.
And I don't know if they're going to air my episode. I have no idea. They have not communicated with me. I have just told myself since the day I filmed that, like, maybe if they don't air it, it's a blessing. Because that was like wild. I guess maybe that really was the craziest first date I've ever been on, but I guess I'll have to wait till the show comes out.
That's amazing, though. Did they find the date for you, or did you find the date?
They found the date for me, but it was also like, because again, I can't emphasize enough, I'm in love with comics, and so in one of my interviews during the audition process, I said, like, I love comics, and the guy that I got put with was the casting, the woman who casted him is one of my in real life friends, not knowing that I had been through the process.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they were just like, this girl said she likes comics, so let's do that. And he name dropped people that I work with, and it was just so crazy. Like, it was like, I guess I can't spoil the show, but it was just,
right.
It was a really, really ridiculous experience.
I hope they do air it, because I want to fucking see that. Did you apply for the show? Do you apply for stuff like that?
No, I didn't apply for that show. They found me. a casting agent found me through, I guess, Tinder, because I have Tinder, I have Hinge, and I have Bumble.
Mm-hmm.
And I link my Instagram to those things.
Same.
And so she found me, I guess, through Tinder, via Tinder through Instagram.
Got it.
And reached out, and it was like a 5-month process or something.
Jesus Christ, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's so fun, though.
It was.
Who would you say is your favorite so far on Real Housewives of New York?
Oh, Bethany.
Yes.
I just love her.
Yeah, she's the best.
I had no idea I loved her so much.
I forgot, like, her zingers, like, I just got to I'm on season 1. I forgot how much I love Alex McCord and her weird husband. It is just, and Francois, and just the whole thing is just the most ridiculous thing. Just they, and just, like, the dresses and the being photographed at the Met, but, like, you can tell that they're acting like they have more than they have.
Yes.
Like, I bet she returned, like, those tags were tucked.
Yes.
Returned all of the fucking dresses.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, like, that definitely happened. But I'm at the racetrack when Bethany opens the gift from her father's friend, and it's fucking lingerie, and she's so uncomfortable, and it's so funny.
But I didn't even realize it was lingerie at first. I was watching it, I was like, oh, that looks like a cute top. And then, like, look at what I'm wearing. So, I have
I just think it's the whole, but also just the concept of it. Like, you don't want your dad's friend that you have daddy issues with giving you a lacy, sexy top from, like, Nordstrom or Bloomingdale's. Like, that's so, like, get me a gift card. Like, please don't give me a brassiere. Like, what?
Buy this meal for me, and we're straight,
and we're fine. Like, it was just so, and then her cutting to, like, or them cutting to her in the interview, and it was just great. And, like, Jill is fantastic. And who do they add in season 2?
Okay, first of all, Jill, I texted my best friend this. I was like, yo, I know I have comprehension that Jill's not on the show now, and I just cannot wait to figure out why, because I think Jill makes great television. I kind of love Jill, even though she's pissing me off now that I'm in season 3.
I can't remember why she leaves, but also half the time there's no reason.
Right.
I think that Bravo is like, sorry, you're not that entertaining anymore, bye. And then they, like, bring in a new, here's what I like about the early Real Housewives, is that how it started is, like, there's different friend groups, and they all kind of knew each other, and you see them, like, kind of mesh together to create this cast. Yeah. But now it's just, like, producers picking and finding people like Denise Richards for Beverly Hills or who have you, and there's no rhyme or reason that they're actually, like, brought in. They, like, fake a reason, like, I met her at a party once, and it's like, no, you fucking didn't.
I've seen Denise at 3 events, and I just thought what a fun addition she would be to our group. And I'm like, you guys don't even like each other.
Yeah, so it's fun to see, like, watching the beginning of, have you watched OC?
Yes, I'm sorry, you don't need all this backstory.
I love it all.
I've just been trying to get through the whole franchise because I've dedicated myself to it.
I respect it.
I'm going to be a Bravo whore, and that's just fine. There's a whole community of people that I fucking love that are.
Yes,
so great.
Yes. I always say I am a slut for anything Bravo. I will deep throat it, swallow it, and let it come on my face. I don't care. I fucking love it. I love it so much.
Oh my God. So
give me that Bravo jizz.
Oh my God. I hope that you get cast in the show one day, and that can be your tagline.
I would, any show. I don't care. But clearly I would love to be on some Vanderpump bullshit.
Oh my God,
like a spin-off, or like a, because I asked Peter if they were going to do like in my head, what's going to happen is after this season of Vanderpump, they're going to, like, the older cast is either going to, like, have a spin-off show or whatever, but Vanderpump, as we know it, I think is over, just based on the way the season is going. And then I was thinking that the newbies would go to Vegas and work at that one, and they would do a spin-off show. But I don't think that that's even happening at all. And then I assumed that Stassi and Bo would get a spin-off show like Jax and Brittany did in Kentucky, and he was like, I don't know anything about that either. And I tried to get him to spill the news about Kristen's new boyfriend and if she's pregnant, and he wouldn't make a comment.
Oh my goodness. Well,
he was like, if she doesn't say anything yet, I can't. So I was like, yeah?
That sounds like a yes.
Sounds like a maybe.
I mean, like, allegedly?
Maybe.
Sounds like yes.
I think so too.
I mean, so yes, I started watching OC.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I did that for like, so that I have historical context with the rest of the franchises. But like, that was hard. That was
why?
Really hard to get through. I just like, I don't know. I really love Tamara.
Uh-huh.
I am team Kristen Chenoweth. Play her in something one day, I would just die.
Yeah.
But like Vicky, I mean, listen, I have anxiety, but she really sends my anxiety out of control. And I don't know, like those original women, they were not it. I'm gonna be honest, they were not it. They were not.
Cut to Vicky screaming, I was lied to, outside of a bar, like where they're just wasted. It's like, oh my God, but Vicky, you're insane.
Relax, girl.
Or that Lydia shit. Oh my God, with the mom.
Yeah. There's just so much shit that happens, and like, I don't know. I guess New York is just faster paced.
That's New York. It's very like. It's the way that New York is done. New York is my favorite out of all of the franchise. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's absolutely my favorite. And I'm afraid to talk about it because I don't want to ruin anything for you. Not that like it's really ruinable, but like, I don't know. There's some things.
I mean, when I don't know something, like if I don't have context, I don't store it. So as much TMZ as I've watched, as much like all the podcasts, everything, I really don't know. Yeah. And I'm always disinterested in Bethany Frankel because there was something happened a long time ago, I guess, with Skinny Girl that like wasn't to my taste. Okay. And we're talking about like 17-year-old me or whatever.
Well, when you form an opinion about somebody though, you kind of like stick with it, even if it's not true, you know?
Yeah, and I had no idea. And so from then on, I think maybe I resented the Skinny Girl thing, which is strange. Like, I don't know why I would have resented that, but like, I just...
Now that we're older and we realize how hard it is to be skinny, it's like, give me that Skinny Girl margarita, is it gonna make me thin?
Literally. So I'm just, I guess, so I never paid attention when she was in the news. So I've heard Ramona Singer's name a bunch. And I used to get New York and New Jersey confused. So I used to think that Teresa Giudice was on New York. And I was just all in a tizzy. So it was hard to keep track.
Now you're getting it sorted out by watching each of the seasons.
Each one. And I think I'm gonna save New Jersey. I've tried New Jersey a few times. It's sad, so it's hard to like, you know. But that one's good from what I've watched. But I think New York is like my top priority right now.
And you've watched like Beverly Hills from the start, OC from the start. Have you? What others? I don't have a list of them in front of me right now.
Atlanta. I started Potomac. I love Potomac.
Potomac is good.
It is really good. What else? Maybe that might be it, honestly. I think.
There's so much to... So Atlanta, did you watch all the spin-offs with Kim Zolciak?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I'm not a Kim Zolciak fan, so I wasn't really... Oh my
God, I am obsessed. Like, I love everything she does. Like, the fact that she got her husband... Like, she liked his booty on Dancing with the Stars and then just made her his husband. Like, I... love that. And the tardy for the party show, it's just awful and great, and I just love it. The trashier the better. And I've really started to get into the 90 Day, the X on the Beach, because I'm running out of stuff, so I'm like really like opening up, you know, the vagina lips of Hulu and really getting in there. And it's been quite a time. X on the Beach is really, really great. Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it yet, no.
Do you know what the premise is?
I think that you get literally stuck on a beach with your ex, but like
Yes,
they're
it's
like
insane.
people, it seems
Like they put like 7 people on the beach or in the snow for one case, and like they let them get to know each other for 2 days, so then like relationships start, and then they tell each other, oh, it's not just a dating show, we're inviting your exes here, so week by week 3 of you are going to have 2 exes or more show up, and you'll never know when they show up. And it's like exes that you have unresolved issues with, and it's amazing. And then as the show goes on, it's like people we know, like Adore Delano from RuPaul's Drag Race, and like all these other like people, and it's just like it's a really good time if you run out of reality TV.
I'm never gonna run out of reality TV. But no, that's right up my alley, because I'd be great television on that show if I was ever.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, if my ex-boyfriend showed up, like, it would not be a cute time. Like, this is a really good idea for a show. Do you do The Bachelor?
No, I don't do The Bachelor. I don't. Do you do The Kardashians?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's what I started. Oh, girl.
Because there's the people that, like, hate The Kardashians so much, and then you have the people that, like, have watched it from the beginning and understand why we enjoy it.
Well, I've watched, I'm one of those. And I've got a long history of being obsessed with the Kardashians. It's something that people just know about me.
Love
and
it.
I had to go through kind of like a reckoning with it and be like, all right, they're problematic. They're problematic as fuck.
They are?
Yeah. I mean,
how?
They appropriate.
Oh, yes, that does tend to happen with them.
Constantly. And they never really have a very good apology for it. And I just want to know. Like, I just want to know what their real justification for their whole thing is. And I have so many, I'm obsessed, and I've just always wanted to know, and I watched every single spinoff. And even Kylie's show that sucked, by the way.
I loved it.
I mean, but I love her, so I loved it. You know?
Yeah. Her makeup is by far some of the best eyeshadow I have ever put on in my life.
Her lip kit is gold.
Like, you can suck a whole dick and that shit's not coming off.
Never coming off. I've literally, and this could be a bad thing or a good thing, but like, I had the red, one of her first reds that came out. And I remember, like, literally 2 days later, still scrubbing the shit off my lips.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, hey, that's necessary for a lot of different things nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It truly is. It truly is. Her makeup is incredible. I hate the people that are like, I don't want to buy her makeup because I don't want to support her because she's a billionaire. But it's like, the makeup's great.
Yeah. If you don't want to support her, find some other reason that's like, but like, her having money is not your business.
No. When I was listening to the Kanye tape where he was on, like, the new release tape that came out of him talking to Taylor Swift, and in it he says, like, you know, my wife's got $3 billion, like, he said some number that was just like so insane, and it was just like, I can't even imagine because like when Kim showed her pantry on it, I mean, that shit's awesome. Like, good for fucking them. Like, you can hate them all you want, and she may have gotten this because her mom sold her sex tape, but fuck yeah.
Yeah. Not the only negative thing. The only thing that I don't like that they buy too many flowers. I think that they waste a lot of money on flowers. I don't really like flowers like that, so I'm just like, I can't imagine, like, what do they do with the flowers? Like, literally, they have like 10 feet long for every letter in their name, flower arrangements, and they have flowers everywhere, and I'm just like, what do you do with those when you're done? You don't throw them away, you don't donate them. Like, what the fuck do they do with the flowers? And I just, that's one of my many questions.
Like, I have weird thoughts, and I've never thought that, but now that you say it, like, what do they do with all them flowers? Like, there's so many flowers.
There's so many.
And like, it's gorgeous.
Oh, so pretty.
But I get a bouquet and it dies, and I'm like,
immediately,
I'm sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I did keep, and I love it, because I have like a Haunted Mansion vase, and the bouquet that I used to walk down the aisle, I put it in the vase after the wedding, and I tied like the wraps around it, and I was like, I'll throw these away when they die. It's been like 2 or 3 years. They're still there. They're dead, and they're awesome, and I love them, and they're like, it's just a vibe. Let me get them.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
I can't hear you, but hold on. Oh my god. How am I gonna get out of these? Are my pajama pants. Oh my god. I didn't realize anybody was gonna see them. Okay, hold on. How embarrassing. Now everyone knows that I don't wear pants for my thing.
Okay. It's okay. I very seriously considered it. Oh my god.
How dope is that?
Those are pretty gorgeous. And you said that.
I love my dead flowers. Okay, I'm gonna put them back.
Oh my god, those are so cool. Stassi would love those.
Okay, wait, hold on. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Okay.
Here it come. And my pajama pants. Whoop! How embarrassing that I literally don't have pants on.
I think everyone gets it.
Do you have on real pants?
I do.
Damn it.
They're like leggings.
Oh my god, this is a whole vibe. I'm obsessed.
I took full advantage of this opportunity.
I love it. And because you asked me, you were like, how much, like, are they going to see me? Because you wanted to do your nails. Let's see the nails. Incredible. Did you paint them or did you put them on?
No, these are press-ons.
Nice.
They're Kiss press-ons. I love, or maybe not. I don't know what brand they are, but they're from Target.
Mm-hmm.
And they're my absolute. Lala Kent also swears by press-ons.
Yeah.
They're just the easy, if you know how to do it and you know how to really like apply them, they stay on.
The glue really, like, it will stay on if you like do it right and like hold it down, and like, yes, you have to sacrifice your fingers for one day because they are going to get a little gluey. Because I got bored literally like 3 days ago and I glued an entire set on, and like I slept. So so my hands are really tiny, and up close, they look like a 50-year-old woman's hand for some reason. Like, they're just very old, in my opinion. And when I have nails on them, I feel like I actually look like a 70-year-old woman, and it just doesn't work. And, like, when you're in pajamas, like, I feel wrong because my hands are so dressed up, but my body is not. And I'm like, I feel like I should have makeup on at all times. So the next day I was just like,
yeah.
And what is it about putting on a fake nail that you immediately want to get under there and take it off?
I don't know, because I bite my nails in real life. Well, I've kind of stopped, but for the most part, I bite my nails.
Yep.
So when I first started doing this, the urge is too real.
Because you kind of just start like messing with it. You're like, let me just I'll clean underneath. And then you're like, oh, there's a little bit of glue here. And then you're like underneath it and you're like, fuck. And I would do that with acrylics when I used to get them. And I remember in the 6th grade, there was this girl, and she was like the cool girl, and she got a set of rainbow acrylics, and I was just like the French tip rainbow, because French tip was in, and I was taken aback. And I was like, Mommy, I need acrylics. And she was like, no, what are you 30 years old? You're not getting acrylics. And I was like, but the cool girl has them. And she was like, no. And I mean, for years. And this was in the 6th grade. It was not until I was like 15 years old that this bitch let me get fucking acrylic nails. My mom is okay with me calling her a bitch, for anybody who's like, wow, she called her mom a bitch. It's fine. And I never got the rainbow French tip, but I was obsessed with getting my acrylics. And when I would get them, the second there'd be a bubble.
Yeah. But what is it? What is it with those girls in 6th grade? There was only 1 or 2 of them, and they had the French tip. And I remember one time, one of them, Kayla, she said to me, she was like, oh, you don't do a French manicure? We all do a French manicure. And I was like, excuse me, bitch. Okay? I'm Christian. I don't get my nails done. All right? That's what my mom tells me.
I believe in God, and God doesn't want my fingernails painted, okay?
That's because I'm a whore if I do that with you. So, okay.
But to you with long blue nails.
Right. Hey.
And God's up there like, yes!
Love shit, by the way.
Yes.
If anyone's wondering. Loves the shit out of me.
And so did the girls that had the acrylics also eat hot Cheetos with cream cheese at your school?
No.
Okay, that was a thing. Like, it started in the 6th grade. Everybody would get a bag of hot Cheetos and a bagel. They'd throw the bagel out, and then they would use the little cream cheese cup, and they would dip the hot Cheeto into the cream cheese. And I still, to this day, have not tried it. You know what? Cut to me on my YouTube channel trying it. I'm going to try that this week. Do a little moment, because that sounds pretty good.
Text me as soon as you do, because I need to tune in immediately to that. I've never heard of that. We had hot fries in our vending machine. I don't think that I really knew I don't think that we really like fucked with hot Cheetos like that. We did hot fries. Or, we did hot Cheetos and Sprite Remix. That's what we had.
Sprite Remix? What's that?
Oh my God, are you for real? Look it up. Sprite Remix was the shit. It was like berry, almost like a berry Sprite, and it's really, I don't think it's that good, but it was like if you were anybody, okay, in middle school and high school, you drank Sprite Remix and you owned that shit. Okay?
Is it like a Baja Blast moment from Taco Bell?
It wasn't that sweet. It was almost like probably like a liqueur, one of those seltzer waters. And it was like, it was like that, but it was like Sprite too.
Okay.
And someone probably is listening to this like, bitch, that doesn't taste anything like that. And I'm just like, sorry.
I get it though, like drinking something at the time that like wasn't that good, but like you don't know. It's the same thing with Baja Blast now. Like I always get it, but it's not that it tastes that good, but like I have to have it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it hits all the right spots. Oh my God, I want Taco Bell.
If I eat my chalupa and then don't wash it down with a Baja Blast, did I even eat it?
You didn't. I agree.
This guy that I'm talking to that I like so much, we were talking and he was like, he goes, you know that whole like, if a tree falls in the woods, does anybody hear it? He's like, no, nobody hears it because nobody's actually there, so they actually can't hear the sound. Why was my mind blown so much? Like, why did I never think of that? Like, clearly, like what?
That's pretty plain and simple. Spelled right out there for you. Keep this one.
I need to go to a doctor. Clearly, I need help. I also have this issue where like sometimes guys will tell jokes and they just like, and I have no idea what, and then like, I don't know like how to like fix it. And then I'm just like embarrassed. Or there's the whole like on a date and then in the middle of me talking, because I smoke so much weed, I don't know what I'm saying. And I can't tell this man that I hardly know that I have no idea what I'm saying because that's embarrassing. So then I just end up going silent, which is even more embarrassing. There was this one time it happened over a piece of carrot cake, and it was very awkward.
What happened?
I totally forgot what I was saying, and I just stopped talking, and he just looked at me. And then I just changed the topic. Or the time where, like, I feel like Joey Tribbiani when they start talking about something that I have no idea about, but I'm supposed to know about it because it's, like, a basic human thing that I should know. And I'm just like, yeah. What are we saying? That is also, do you have any of those?
Well, I'm the kind of person who, if you say something that I'm not familiar with, especially if it's like someone I'm like romantically interested in.
Yeah.
I like think that I'm gonna do a good job of pretending like I know. So like, I'm doing the same thing, the Joey thing, where I'm just like, yeah. And then, but like, there's something about the way that I do that the guy immediately is like,
like,
yeah,
she don't know.
Who do you? And I'm like, of course I know.
I'm an expert.
Or, oh my God, Real Housewives of New York, this just happened in one of the episodes I was watching with Ramona and, who else? Who was she? Maybe it was Luann or somebody. I don't remember. Maybe Kelly. No, it was Luann. And she was just like, I'll take you to the social registry if you want me to. That just is so tactless and so classless. And Ramona was like, take me to the, do you know where it is? Take me to the registry. And, oh no, it was Jill. And then Ramona was like, Jill. And Jill was like, what? I want you to tell me where the registry is. I've never been, so tell me where it is and I'll go. Yeah. And she was like, Jill, seriously? You have no class. And I was just like, I identify with this moment so hard. If you just say the name over and over and over again, it just totally wipes the whole situation away. This is great. This is like,
just turn it around, put it on them.
You're the reason.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for coming on my podcast. I had so much fun. This was awesome.
Oh my God. I can't believe it's already been an hour.
I know. I was literally about to bring up 1,000 more topics, and then I realized, like, oh, I should probably wrap it up because we've been talking. But actually, before I do this, where can everybody follow you? Do you have anything that you want people to know about?
Sure. So you can follow me on Instagram at EmilyAGogo, Emily, EmilyAGogo. I'm not really active on other things. And you can follow my burlesque troupe at Roxy, like Roxy Hart, ROXIE .Roz, ROZ, on Instagram. And you know what? Tune in every Wednesday night to Blind Date, and you might see me in 2 months. Just might.
We don't know, but we're excited to find out. I always ask my guests these 2 questions. If you could tell your younger self anything, what would you tell her? They're a little deep.
That is deep. Probably that. This is so corny. I'm sorry.
Corn it up.
I'm just gonna corn it up.
Corn it up.
That you're gonna be a bad bitch one day. Like, you kind of know now, but you like are so overwhelmed by not being a bad bitch that it's hard to see. But you're gonna turn out to be a bad bitch, and all of those people are gonna turn out not cute, and then one of them's gonna try and fuck you, and you're gonna say no because he's not cute anymore. Okay.
Isn't it great when they come back and you tell them no?
It is.
It's the really greatest feeling.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Awesome. I do have to say, when you came onto the Zoom call, the first thing I thought was, now that's a bad bitch.
Thank you.
You have succeeded. Those were the literal things I thought. So, and then I thought, like, more of my stupid ruffled shirt that I hate. She looks all good.
This is a product of having nothing to fucking do, okay?
It's perfect. Okay. It is, yes. And the last question, if you were standing at a podium and the entire world is listening, what do you want to tell them? Is it a podium? Is that even the right thing? Is that the thing with the mic? Okay.
Yeah, podium.
Got in my head.
The whole world? Oh, dude. I don't want to get political.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'd say into the mic. I would whisper that.
Watch more Bravo. Wait, what did you say?
I said no one knows the answer. I whispered. That's my answer.
I love it. It's honest, and I'm here for it. Thank you so much for coming on. This was so awesome. It was so fun meeting you, and now you need to move here, and we need to become best friends.
I know. I'm excited. Okay, we're doing it.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to happen. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to see you again next Tuesday. Go out, be the best person you can be, and suck as much dick as you possibly can. Bye, y'all.